Why did you choose the trailer of Step Brothers 2 Remake?
Well, it was we all love the genre of comedy. We've all seen the film and thought it was a really funny film, so we thought we could do it in that sense. And the props and the characters in it we can relate to, and we can perhaps demonstrate easier than any other film. So that's the main reasons why we chose Step Brothers to Remake.
Our first location we used was Adam's aunt's house. This was due to the exact sort of similarities that it possessed with the trailer, and just how lucky we got really with how close it was. Where the front gardens were sort of expansive, just like it was in the trailer, like in the scenes where Dale and Brennan met for the first time. We just thought that the location was just perfect, really. In all honesty, there are a couple of scenes that we struggled to find the right location for, which was the sort of scene with the ocean, with a boat. We sort of had to replace that with my bedroom, so obviously that didn't look as professional as it should have done, but it's all we could have afforded really in the budget. How successful was the cinematography during your shoot?
I felt that most scenes during our remake were fairly similar to the original. Where we placed the camera and that, we kind of replicated the original fairly well. I would say the first scene where the two characters meet, I was a bit shaky and I didn't use a tripod. I kind of just held it, which was kind of a last minute thing because we found the location obviously and kind of rushed to get there quick. I didn't really have time to think about what I was taking, so I had to add just like a stabiliser in effects on Premiere Pro afterwards, which made it look a bit cheap. So when in the future when we produce our other remakes or films, I definitely use a tripod. Some of the lighting in the scenes as well. One scene where they're talking about the drums, the difference between scenes, the exposure is way higher on some of the scenes, which makes it look, it kind of confuses you a bit. It just doesn't look very professional at all. Was the mise-en-scène in your trailer remake similar to the original?
Well, Step Brothers is a Hollywood production, therefore they have a lot more money for mise-en-scène and props. So, for example, there's one scene in the garage where they're punching pumpkins, and we kind of improvised with our low budget, and we just used an egg because we didn't have any access to any pumpkins or anything like that. Another aspect of the mise-en-scène was the uniform, where we can replicate half the stuff they're wearing, like tuxedos or anything like that. So when we filmed it, we used our suits, which didn't look as similar to the remake, to the trailer, to the original trailer, but it was as close as we can afford and get access to.
Was there any mise-en-scène in the trailer that stopped you from filming certain scenes?
Yeah, for example, there's one scene where there's a boat in the trailer, in the original trailer, and we can obviously access a boat. None of us have boats or anything like that, so we can use that scene at all. Another scene where there's a car. None of us can drive, none of us own cars, so we couldn't do that scene either. So those things are very difficult to do, and we kind of improvised. And some things we actually had to cut and use it from the original trailer because it's just impossible to use.
So how was the sound within the trailer?
The trailer itself, well, starting off with music, the trailer itself contains 4 pieces of music. To start off with, I had to find each individual piece of music, make sure it was the same edit or the same mix as the original, and cut it to how it was in the original. It wasn't too hard, but trying to find the pieces of music was kind of challenging because none of us knew or was interested in those kind of genres, so it was kind of hard to find them. After that, just imported it. It was fairly easy to cut them. The audio, some of the audio we recorded for the scenes, we missed out a line, and we had to re-record someone else saying that line, which kind of made it sound kind of dodgy and it sounds odd when you're listening to it. But after we had filmed, we didn't really have enough time to go back and re-film that whole scene, so we had to just take an audio clip from like a microphone, we recorded it into that, just it was like one name, and put it into the original, and our trailer remake.